Hello guys. Last lecture we started our lecture explaining the command stretch, and I explained it exactly in this way. I said if you do have like 3 lines and you want just to extend them and to put them into or until this line or that one. So normally if we do have only one line, we will just select it and just grab it from this point, one click, and then until here. Where if you do have 3 lines, you are not able to grab actually all of them together unless you use stretch. So select all of them, S for stretch, and then click space, and now stretch all of them together. And of course now you will be able to use the trim in order to trim these lines. We even talked about scale and rotate, and let's say if we do have a rectangle and we do have a chair or something like this, and we do have, let's say, a wall like in this line. Okay, I do have a wall in this angle. I'm just giving it an offset to represent it as a wall. So in order to rotate these two shapes according to this wall, we say that rotate and scale has the same concept. So I will select my object, RO for rotate, click space, click on this line, the first point, and now click R for reference, click space, click the first point of your object, second point, and then last point. The same concept with the scale command. So even though, let's say, I do have this shape, and I know that this element, or let's say this is an office and this is a little chair beside it, so I know that this line now from this point until this point is 554, so I want it to be, for example, 150 or 120. So I will just draw another line, 120. Okay, and now select my object, SC for scale, click space, click my first point in here, and then R for reference, click space, click this line which I want to scale according to it, and now click this line. So now if I just measure this line, it is 120. So this was for scale and rotate. The same concept will be if I want to scale an image. How to insert an image? Make sure that menu bar is not hidden. The way to show it is just to click this 3 or this little arrow in here, and then to say show menu bar, and then from insert raster image reference, or just go to your file and then drag it. The same issue, or this, we faced this issue in the class when we tried to insert this image. It was unable to insert it. So what we did is just right click on it, open with, and then open with this program Paint, and now directly file, save as, and then save it as PNG. So this is the PNG one. And then let's say I do have this image, okay, and I do have it as a bigger scale, okay, like this. So we say like we will just zoom in into a very known thing. So if, as an example, I know this door, I will just guess it, or just propose that it's only 1 meter, okay, or this door is 1 meter, okay. So I will just draw a line exactly from this corner or this point until this point, and then I will draw another line in here which is 1 meter, and then I will select my image and select this little line, and now SC for scale, select this line, the 1 meter line, the first point, and then R for reference, zoom in a bit, and then select the first point in here, second point, and now select last point. Now if you just delete this one, zoom in a bit, and now measure this line, it is 1 meter. So now I know that my image, the scale of my image is correct. So again, this is the dimension we decided to use. So 625, 575, 110, 640, 35, 425, 340. So something else, we talked about polyline. So normally, if you start to draw a polyline, PL is the shortcut of it. So if you start drawing it, it will be something like this, normal line, and then you will just complete or just continue drawing. And the idea behind polyline, if you draw a shape, it will be one line, one connected shape. So the nice feature about polyline is the width. So this is a polyline actually. So what we did is just PL for polyline, click space, click my first point in here, and now I can see in this little space there is a word called width. In order to select it, you will just click W and then click space. Now I know that the width of this wall, it will be, for example, 30 centimeters, and this is the starting point. Click space, the ending point again 30 centimeters, and say yes. And now you will be able to draw your walls, connected walls. Don't worry about these little corners. If you just click skip, it will be okay. Okay. So this was about polyline. What else? We explained about hatches. So if I do have little this rectangle, I will consider this is the dining, or let's say. So if I just click on H and then click again on this one, now I will click skip, okay? And now select again my hatch, open this drop down, and now I will just maybe, let's say I will select the only net. I want this one as a network or a net. I can see it's like solid one, and that because of the scale. So if I just click on now on 10, still small. Again selected and click on 100, I started to see it. So this little one maybe will work as this little ceramics in here, or mosaics. I think it's a kind of ceramics. Anyway, if I want to create this one, I will just select it and increase it. Let's make it as 1000. Now it became like this. So this is the scale of it. Again, for this one, if I just select the same hatch, open it, I can see this is the user one. Let me just make it smaller. If I make it as 100 or as 10, this is only lines. So let me select it again. I think it's a wooden one or something. It was. Let me just make sure. It was. You can see different type and different kind of hatches we do have. It was one of them. I think wood. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is even this one is a wood. So it was one type of this. We explained it last lecture, I think. I don't exactly remember where was it. Anyway, so the same concept for this one. In order to insert a block, so I gave you guys the files, and we say that if you just open if you open insert, and from insert the blocks from libraries, this panel will appear. In order to insert, you will just click on this little button, and then you will choose your file. Okay, after choosing your file, your files will be opened in here. For example, now I want this one. I will just click one time and now click again. I can see that. Let me see, is it the same? Yeah, approximately. So now this one is, let's say, a small one. The same concept you will apply it for scaling. So approximately now, since we do have a real scale or the correct scale as an image, I will just draw a little line in here, approximate line, okay? So it's approximately 65, okay? So I will just draw a little line like this, 65, and now select this one, SC, click this point R, and then from this point until this point until that point. So approximately it's a correct scale. So the same concept you will do for all the families or the blocks, okay? This is even not exactly the correct one. Maybe this one, I think. Yes, this is the one we want actually. This is the correct scale. And before that, of course, make sure to open your layers, of course, and then to put your layers and put the colors. And the colors we said, please choose red and gray and white, okay? Use good colors, not do not use very not I'm not going to say awful colors, because we want something clear and clean, okay? And that will be really good even for your professional life later on, inshallah. So that's it, I think. This is the thing we explained. This is even about layering. We said after the midterm we're gonna start, or we're gonna explain um, the annotation with the text, okay? With the array command in order to create this facade, okay? Um, that's it, I think.